Hey guys, my name is Mariam. I'm one of the exercise coaches here at HeartCORE and Heart Niagara. And today I'm going to be talking to you about the benefits of the big 5 machines that we use in our exercise programs. Now, these 5 machines are our leg press, our seated row machine, our chest press, our torso arm, also known as the pull down, and then our overhead press is our last one that we start our programs with. These 5 machines in particular are researched to target the most important muscles necessary for everyday life. And our goal here at HeartCORE is to be able to get you through a full body circuit workout in the shortest amount of time necessary to get the most amount of strength gains. This is so you don't have to spend countless hours working out in a gym weekly, and you can spend more time doing things that you actually enjoy, with less pain, more energy, and more strength. Now, the technique that we use to get this program rolling is called training to failure. And this is essentially taking your muscles to the point where they can no longer produce any more force against resistance or weight. So this is the point of your workout where you are really struggling with that last rep and you can't move anymore. Also the point where you really want to yell at your coaches. And so this is going to get you the maximum amount of motor recruitment in your muscles, which I'm going to be talking about a little bit later. And the safest way to train to failure is using our Metabolic machines compared to using free weights or barbells, or even just the basic workout machines in a regular gym setting. And this is because the Metabolic machines are created with a design to prevent injuries. So we want to reduce the amount of risk to injuries as possible when training to failure. Because you are carrying a really heavy load, you want to make sure that your body is in the proper posture, proper alignment, so that you're protecting your joints. And these machines have a bunch of levers, so we can actually adjust it specifically to your body structure and make sure that you have no pain throughout the movement. So I'm going to start off by just talking about the muscles that we are working through, the importance of them, and how these specific machines help with basic function, as well as relating to sports performance. And then I'm also going to be talking about 5 physiological benefits that strength training will accomplish. So as we get started, the leg press is a exercise that targets the lower body muscles, so focusing mostly on our quads and our glutes. You can also change the target muscles on this specific exercise by switching your foot placement on the foot pad. So if you go a little bit higher up on the foot pad, you're actually going to get more hamstring and glute activation. If you bring your feet a little bit lower, that's going to get more quad isolation. And quad strength is really important for knee stability. So if you have arthritis, if you have lots of wear and tear in the knees that happens over time, this is going to help to provide more support and strength for those joints. Glute strength in particular helps with low back stability. So a lot of the times people have a really rounded arch in the low back, and this actually contributes to low back pain. So strengthening the glutes, tightening them up, as well as strengthening the core muscles are really going to help to bring your hips into proper positioning and alignment so that there's less strain on the muscles of the low back. So strengthening those muscles, as I said, are very important for back stability and knee stability. Also translates into regular activities such as walking, using the stairs, biking for some people, running. If you are a cardio-based athlete, this is really important to focus on because most of your workouts might be structured specifically to cardio and aerobic-based workouts, and strength is kind of put to the back burner. So you really want to make sure that you're getting enough strength in those muscles to translate into better performance and to provide better support for those joints. The next exercise I'm going to talk about is the seated row. This is going to be strengthening our upper back, our shoulders, and our arm muscles. And this is going to help keep the spine in proper alignment. As well as a technique that we like to tell people is to engage your core during this workout. So this is kind of just sucking in those belly muscles, and as you tighten your core, it's gonna kind of fix your back into the correct positioning as you're taking on that load and pushing your muscles to failure. This is really important because it's gonna translate into daily activities and teach your muscles to correct your back posture as you are going about your day-to-day life. Our next exercise is the chest press, and this is going to target our chest muscles, shoulders, upper back muscles, and this will help for movements such as pushing a shopping cart, pushing a lawnmower, even things such as like pushing a heavy door at the grocery store. We've actually had clients tell us that it's much easier, they have to use less effort when pushing heavy doors now, which is awesome, ever since starting their HeartCORE program. The next machine is the pull down or the torso arm. This is going to be focusing on our back muscles as well as our arm muscles. And this is going to help with any movements that require a pulling motion. And it's also just going to help develop your overall back strength and posture, which is really important. Our last machine is the overhead press. And this is, once again, targeting those upper body muscles, upper back, shoulders, arms, and really helping you to develop that strength to be able to carry things overhead. And this could translate into something as simple as lifting a heavy dish from the cupboard. Makes it that much easier for you. So these are the first 5 machines that we start off for about the first 6 to 8 sessions of your HeartCORE program. And as you start to build that strong foundation and core, then we can start to incorporate other machines. If you have goals that are focused more so on lower body or upper body, we'll progress from there. But the idea of the big 5 is to help you build that strong foundation. So the 5 physiological benefits that I want to talk about are an improvement in strength, improved metabolism, loss of body fat, improved digestion, as well as increased bone mineral density. Now, strength is the first thing that clients start to notice after starting the program. And this can look like pushing a heavy door becomes easier, or it can be carrying more groceries from the car to the house at one time. And strength is really, really important because as we age, we start to lose muscle mass rapidly. Once you turn around 50, the body loses 2 to 3% muscle mass per year, and this just continues. So 2 things happen when we do resistance training. The body starts to build more muscle mass. So as we damage the muscle tissue, the body lays more tissue on top in order to repair it. And this increases the amount of muscle mass that we have. The second thing that happens is a process called increased motor recruitment. So when our bodies are really challenged, our brain sends a signal to the muscles to try and activate more muscle fibers and make that movement easier the next time around. So this is why we increase your weight each session, because our muscles are turning on more muscle fibers, so they're using less energy, less effort to perform that same movement. So that's why it becomes easier using the same weight. So we increase the weight to continue challenging the muscles and continue to build this strength process. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is improved metabolism. So another thing that our bodies go through is a loss of resting metabolic rate. Now, this is our body's ability to burn calories at rest. So naturally, when we lose muscle mass, we're also going to lose the ability to burn as many calories at rest because our muscles are metabolically active tissues and they require energy. So it just makes sense that if there's less muscle, there's less energy required. The problem is we still eat the same. So we're still taking the same amount of calories in as we age, but now our bodies are not burning as many calories. So all of these extra calories get turned into fat. Now, that's why it's harder to lose weight as you get older. So resistance training, as I said, is going to increase your muscle mass. This is going to increase our body's ability to burn more calories at rest. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the loss of body fat. So losing body fat takes part in two ways. One of them is this resting metabolic rate that I just mentioned. And then the second one is the ability to burn calories at a higher rate during high intensity workouts. This actually lasts for several hours after your workout. So as your body is repairing damaged muscle and as it's replenishing energy stores that were used during the workout, our body just gets into this state of burning calories at a higher state. And this lasts, as I said, for several hours, combating weight loss and fat loss, essentially. The fourth thing that I want to talk about is improved digestion. So as we take food into our bodies, depending on the type of food, it takes either longer or shorter to go through the entire process. So in the stomach, it takes about 4 to 5 hours. Small intestine takes about 3 to 5 hours, and the large intestine takes from 10 hours to several days. And exercise, specifically resistance training, has been shown to improve this transit time that the food goes through by 56% after just 3 months of resistance training, which is incredible. And this will help, obviously, to improve your digestion. And this works through a process called peristalsis, which is pretty much a series of muscle contractions that is moving the food throughout the body. So as we're more active, these muscles contract more frequently, which is what shortens that transit time, which is obviously has many health benefits too. And the last thing that I want to talk about is an improvement in bone mineral density. So as we age, as we said, we lose muscle mass, and muscles are guardians of the joints and the bones. So they provide protection and support. So we lose that along with losing bone mineral density due to hormonal imbalances and issues that occur with age. Now, resistance exercise has consistently over time shown to improve bone mineral density, and obviously as we build more muscle mass and strength, this creates a greater protection and source of support for our bones. So this reduces your risk of fractures when you're falling, reduces your risk of getting osteoporosis, for example, and overall just gives you greater bone stability and strength. So we hope you learned a lot from this video and you're able to apply this knowledge as you are taking part in your workouts. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your exercise coach during your HeartCORE session. See you next time.